NBA YoungBoy's trial has been announced. On May 16th, NBA YoungBoy will face a jury and judge for his federal firearms case. This holds a maximum prison sentence of 7 years behind bars. NBA YoungBoy is going to try to beat this case any way he can. The court case begins on March 10th, 2021. NBA YoungBoy was charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as 1 count of possession of a firearm not registered on the National Firearms Registration List, as NBA YoungBoy was recording a music video out on the streets in a public neighborhood. An older lady who lives on the street called the police as she was worried about what was going on outside. 10 to 15 men were standing around a vehicle, recording a loud music video in the street, flashing firearms around with loaded high-capacity magazines in them. The feds quickly swarmed the group of individuals, and NBA YoungBoy was arrested. After his arrest, a judge ruled NBA YoungBoy to be too reckless and dangerous as a human being to be released out into the free world. But they will allow YoungBoy to be released on house arrest as long as he has security living with him. While on house arrest last year, NBA YoungBoy was directed by law enforcement to bring himself into jail for the trial to begin. Well, the case started and NBA YoungBoy was a no-show. This means NBA YoungBoy had a warrant out for his arrest, and knowing his priors record, law enforcement were not going to take this lightly, so the FBI hopped onto the case for the search for NBA YoungBoy. This search started with the FBI looking over the streets near his house, having a full surveillance team looking at his house 24/7. NBA YoungBoy was then seen hopping into his vehicle and driving off of his property. The FBI followed NBA YoungBoy get onto the highway. While on the highway, the FBI directed NBA YoungBoy to pull his vehicle over. NBA YoungBoy listened and pulled over his car to the side of the road. He then waited for the FBI agent to have his car go to a complete stop and to start getting out of his vehicle. When the FBI agent started leaving his car, NBA YoungBoy then floored it down the highway, starting a high-speed chase right in a very public highway. While going down the road, NBA YoungBoy ran into some traffic. This made him turn off of the highway and hit the regular streets. While on the run from the FBI, NBA YoungBoy then hit more red lights, causing him to hop out of his vehicle and take the chase on foot. On this day, NBA YoungBoy was wearing designer shoes, skinny jeans, a jacket, and some chains, which probably isn't the best outfit from running from highly trained FBI agents. Now, while NBA YoungBoy was running from the FBI, he decided to cut through some house's backyard. Funny enough, this house's backyard ended up being a fan's backyard, who quickly pulled out their phone and took photos and video of NBA YoungBoy running from the FBI, encouraging YoungBoy to run faster and that the agent was getting close. This is stuff you cannot make up. NBA YoungBoy ended up getting arrested as a K-9 unit ended up swarming NBA YoungBoy near a fence. YoungBoy was then arrested and taken into jail to await his trial. While waiting in jail, NBA YoungBoy's lawyers were working around the clock, getting his trial pushed back to now May 16th, 2022. Doing whatever and anything to get him released, with at the same time the feds creating an operation team just for NBA YoungBoy called Never Free Again. This operation was created to put NBA YoungBoy behind bars for the rest of his life, but the charges he did will only have a maximum sentence of 7 years. This starts from NBA YoungBoy being arrested around 14 to 16 times within the last 6 years. You can actually make a scrapbook of all of his mugshots, it's that crazy. When NBA YoungBoy was told the entire law enforcement operation team, he ended up releasing this message while behind bars. I can leave my kids millions of dollars to divide, but I can't give them the time they truly deserve. Nobody understands me, they never did. Sometimes I don't even understand myself, because that's okay, I'm okay. I ain't looking for you to feel sorry for me, but I do ask for one thing, and that's for you to let me suffer in peace and tell Miss Wendy Williams I say she has a good soul and that she's a beautiful woman. I can see through all of the bad comments thrown at her. Tell her to count her blessings and stay in good spirits. Sincerely, NBA YoungBoy. Now in that message, NBA YoungBoy asks the fans to let him suffer in peace. This was until one of his lawyers realized that the feds illegally arrested NBA YoungBoy. They ended up using footage from his cameraman that they were not allowed to, as they didn't have a warrant for it. This wasn't enough to get the case completely thrown out, but it was enough to get NBA YoungBoy a deal to get him released on house arrest around 3 months ago. NBA YoungBoy returned home. He went straight to work, releasing hits such as Safe Than Sorry, Bring the Hook, and No Switch. There's now reports of NBA YoungBoy being taken into jail, awaiting his trial, which is officially May 16th, and this could be due to him breaking his house arrest agreement. NBA YoungBoy had lots to say about Lil Durk and many other rappers in the industry, such as Gucci Mane, Boosie, and Lil Baby. NBA YoungBoy released his song I Hate YoungBoy, and the lyrics goes as followed. YoungBoy, they're gonna get you. You better stop dissing them. Tell them guys they know I ain't scared of them. How are you talking when nothing ain't gone but your cousin them? Quando got no filter and he say that. They gon' get with them. Clean up on aisle O. Youngin' let that blow. A my brother let that stick blow. No that's mine. He called me a B. That's India. That be your girl. Now I had to change a lot of the lyrics, but you understand the point. These lyrics are clearly a response towards Lil Durk, as YoungBoy mentions Durk's cousin Newski, and even says, clean up on aisle O, referring to the list of rappers that have been passing that are from O Block lately, such as Newski, D-Thang, and King Von. Lastly, NBA YoungBoy mentions Lil Durk's wife, India, calling her out for being a B. Now, NBA YoungBoy has been going at Lil Durk ever since he was released on house arrest, as even 3 weeks ago, NBA YoungBoy dropped his single titled Bring the Hook. Now, it's very obvious who and what this song is about. In case you missed the lyrics, let's break them down for you. These lyrics are clearly at late rapper King Von. It starts by saying, this that Squid Game, O Block pack get rolled up, M what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up. So King Von isn't from Atlanta, but he did sadly pass while in Atlanta, as Von ran into Quando Rondo, otherwise known as a rapper signed to NBA YoungBoy's label, at a club. NBA YoungBoy was told to stay out of beef and any trouble while he was out on house arrest. Yet, the first week he's on house arrest, he ends up sending a ton of beef over to Chicago rappers and almost every other rapper in the music industry. And that's why at the time of this recording, on March 8th, we got news that NBA YoungBoy has been taken back into jail to await his trial to start. Law enforcement most likely doesn't want NBA YoungBoy to have the access to a microphone anymore, as he's just going to cause more issues for himself going forward. NBA YoungBoy was supposed to use his time on house arrest to stay close to his family and to get ready for his trial. But the only thing he has been doing is causing tons of beef online and say a lot of very interesting things in his lyrics of his music. So there was an update on why NBA YoungBoy could be sentenced to 7 years in prison. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'm out. Peace.